When writing scripts, variables are used to store information. For example, you could write a script that said x equals 1, and then later on another part of the script might evaluate the value of x, and the computer would remember that it had a value of 1. You're going to use variables all the time. It's an everyday part of programming. So let's make sure we understand not only how variables work and how the information is stored, but also an ActionScript feature that allows you to do some error checking as you go. If we peek at the structure of this line indicated in yellow here, this is akin to saying x equals 1. Essentially, we're saying next section equals home. What's all this other stuff then? Var, colon, string, etc. Let's take a look at this piece by piece. In ActionScript, we can tell the compiler the information I intend to store in this variable is a string. So if I make a mistake and I later on try to perform some mathematical function on it or something similar where I'm not working with the same type of data I intended, please warn me. That's exactly what we're going to do here. The benefits of this are enormous. Instead of having your mistakes end up in your final product, you're warned at author time where it's easy for you to know what's going on and you can go in and make a change. This process is called data typing. So this first word, var, says I'm about to create a variable. The next word is the variable name, which can be an arbitrary name as long as you follow a few simple rules. It can't already be a part of ActionScript. You can only use letters, numbers, underscore, and $sign, and the first letter cannot be a number. By implication, of course, that means you can't have spaces. Variables must be one word. Then this syntax here, colon string, is the data typing we just talked about. I'm telling the compiler that next section will contain string data, and if I try to do something that does not conform with that expectation, please warn me. Then, of course, you have the equal sign, the assignment operator that actually puts the value into the variable, and then finally, the value of the variable. So here, next section equals home. So let's try this for ourselves. Let's choose the Actions layer and open up the Actions pane from the Window menu. And let's start with var I number equals 1. So we're telling the compiler that I will be a number, and I'm going to put 1 into that variable. We could again do a string, var next section string equals home. And we could also change the value of a variable once it's been declared. For example, I've already set up I and next section, and I've told the computer that it's number and string respectively. Having done that, I can simply say next section equals products. And ultimately, when I trace my value of next section, I will now see products because I have redefined the value from home to products, and that's what will show up in the output window. So let's go to Control, Test Movie, and there it is, products. All right, let's close our output window and our SWIF. And now let's move on to function basics.